everybody. Welcome to another episode of Light Skin Camera Reaction. Today I'm going to be doing something different today. Today I'm going to be doing a review to the movie, as you can see on the screen, Run, Hide, Fight. I just saw this movie like an hour or 30 minutes ago with my aunt, and I just wanted to give my opinions on the movie. And gotta say, this movie, it looked better in the trailer. As you could probably see on the poster, that it looks like a totally different movie than what you think it is. Now, if you didn't know the movie, you think, oh, it looks like maybe like a Goonies slash, Stranger Things in like modern day where, kids are trying to solve a mystery or something. It's not. It's about a school shooting. Uh, yeah. And the way that this movie goes about it seems not too seriously, even though everybody in the movie is taking themselves way too seriously. But for the matter at hand, for a school shooting, you think, oh, this is, should be like a drama and whatnot. But there's moments in there where people acting so stupid to where it's coming off comical. Um, but let me tell you what the plot is to this movie. 17-year-old Zoe Hull uses her wits, survival skills, and compassion to fight for her life and those of her fellow classmates against a group of live streaming school shooters. That should tell you right there in this plot that this movie is not just your average school shooting. No, these school shooters are streamers. Uh, who gives a fuck? Um, where do I get started? Let's go with the cast. All right, they have like maybe three actors I've seen before. One of them is being the dad, who you see in the poster. He's like the one in the back. He is played by the guy Punisher, the movie. Thomas Jane. He plays the dad. I guess the dad in this movie, or his character, is basically a widow slash ex military person. Um, they don't really give enough of his character to, for you to actually get to know him. Then you have Roha Mitchell, the mom. She is from Silent Hill. If you guys seen that movie, she plays a mother in that. But in here, she is playing a ghost of some sort, where she is, you know, the daughter is seeing her out through the whole movie. I guess she's still traumatized from her death. I guess she had cancer. The character, the mom's character, had a cancer, and she's died before, off screen, before the movie happened. But and then the daughter is played by Elizabeth May. Her character's name is Zoe. She she does well for what she's given, but not much. I don't know. She does some stupid things, but then she does like badass things. But then, like, there's a moment in the movie where she's like trying to tell this guy off, and she's giving him a whole speech. And she does this twice in the movie to two different people. One is this guy who's like runs her and her friend off the road, and she's like telling him like, "Oh, you, your dad never hugged you, this and that," and she's like, the way she's talking, it just doesn't come off, and it just comes off like annoying. Um, then she does it later to one of the gunmen, and it's like, okay, what's going on? Are you gonna kill him? Doesn't make any sense. Her friend, who I thought was I thought he was gay, but I guess he just has a, you know, feminine attributes to him. But and there's nothing wrong with that. Um, his name is Ola Ali. Um, was it Shaltane? I don't know his last name. Sorry if I mispronounced it, but he plays Lewis, and he doesn't have much to do in the movie. There's a like a plot that gets thrown away pretty easily. He likes Zoe, and it goes nowhere. There's one point in the movie. I saw this movie with my aunt, by the way, but there's one moment in the movie where he is laying on a couch, and me and my aunt did not know why he was laying on the couch. It, especially when there's there's people running around with guns. It didn't make any sense, but he is basically, I guess he gets hurt, but through the whole movie, because he has a high viewer count on, I guess, I think he's streaming off of either, I guess, off Instagram. He is put to becoming the camera guy. So out through the whole movie, he's basically just holding his phone, recording the gunmen while they're doing their stuff, and it's just like doesn't do any hero moments or anything like that. But who else? There's Trent Williams. He plays the sheriff. If you guys ever seen the movie, no, the show Evergreen, that's what he's from. He plays the dad in there. He doesn't do much either. The real hero of the movie is Zoe. She's the one doing everything, which is weird. Some of these adults don't take initiative. They're kind of pussies. Um, but yeah, let's skip to the dialogue. The dialogue is pretty bad. Like I said earlier, with the whole speech thing that she was giving these two people, it was just like, okay, what's the point? Uh, there was another person I forgot to mention. He's the bad guy, or one of the shooters, but he's the main leader. He's played by Eli Brown. He plays Tristan, and Tristan is like, he monologues. He's telling all these people that he's doing it for society. Um, how society fucked them up, and the teachers didn't want to help him. This and that, and it's just the same basic stuff you hear in these kind of movies, and the reason and motivations on why. But let's get to the beginning of the story, where it sets up everything basically. So it's like Cheryl's like her in the kitchen. She's eating like cereal, getting ready for school, and she's talking to her mom. And you think her mom is like, oh, it's going to be like a tragic story, it's her mom's got cancer, so she has to be brave. She has to be the brave one in the family, this and that. And then it turns out her dad comes walking in, and basically, oh, the mom's not there anymore. So basically, she's seen her mom. And that leads into a dumb plot device that they put in that it's very annoying. Every time you see the mom out through the movie, she's not alive, but she like keeps giving these speeches and stuff to where it's like, oh my god, can you not? And out through the whole movie, she's like going from looking like, I guess, how she looked on her last days to where transitioning to when she had hair and everything. Um, and I guess that finally at the end of the movie, she is like, oh, she's finally let her go. Um, but I never seen these actors before, so I'm guessing this is like their first big movie. And for all I know, these are all YouTubers. But yeah. So this takes place during like senior prank day. So like you literally have this slip and slide that Zoe literally, as she's like running away from one of the gunners, she slips on and fucking falls all the way down the stairs. Later, it comes back and she uses it as a trap, which is smart. But yeah, it comes into play to where you think, oh, when these kids are saying, oh, there's shooters on campus, you're like, okay, another person's joking, whatnot. I'm like, come on. If someone is in today's age, if a student is literally saying that there is shooters on campus, you should probably take that a little bit seriously. Like, why would you think that someone was pranking? Like, no, you're going to take it seriously, or you're at least going to hear them out and, investigate what they're talking about. Yeah, so that happens, and you meet the bad guys, the shooters. And from this point on, it's like, school shootings should be taken very seriously in movies. But this seems like, I don't know, the tone or something like is all over the place to where it's like, yeah, they're not making jokes or anything, but it's coming off like stupidly funny. Um, and it's just to where it's like, okay, like, why did you guys make this movie in the first place, to be honest with you? I don't know why. I'm surprised it even got made. Yeah, it's just all over the place. And this is where my aunt thinks it's like starting to turn into Die Hard because she's like climbing in the vents, and I think she manages to get out, and she thinks to herself, okay, I can't leave. Like, I have to go back. It's one of those moments where, you can get away safe, and, she decides her instincts are to save everybody, which is very heroic but not realistic. You don't have any weapons. You don't know how many people there are. How do the hell you think you're gonna take on all these people? I like how people in this movie like try to stop these kids, but they don't have any weapons. They just think that they're gonna talk them into stopping. Like, okay, but you're gonna go into the room with other people holding guns and try to talk this person down. First off, common sense. You would not walk into that room. Second, you cops wouldn't even let you walk in the room. They would have someone do that because it's their job. But okay, and it ends up leading to them dying. Uh, so yeah, dumbasses. And I forgot to mention this. These guys have some kind of like hardware where it has like three different screens, and then it shows the radio waves of like the cops radio, and I'm just like, where did they get this? Like, I'm pretty sure Radio Shack isn't selling this kind of shit. I don't even know if Radio Shack's even still around. Where did you guys get this hardware? But okay, Tristan lives in a trailer park, and Tristan has like a whole backup plan where he has a stack full of money, which is probably just ones, to be honest with you. But he has a stack full of money for living in a trailer park. I don't know how he got that money. Then he has a passport. Um, yeah, you can probably have a passport, but that passport probably doesn't have his actual name on it. It's probably, one that someone made. Uh, and I don't think he would know anybody to do that. This is what I mean. They had all these plans, like, let's distract the cops with the bombs. Let's have another bomb set in the office and we'll blow it up. So, whatever. And then we have the bombs in the truck. And then I have a backup plan set up for when I escape. only for the Tristan guy. Um, and you're gonna leave town using a fake passport and this and that. And I'm just like, you had all this plan, but somehow you guys are like the or the four stooges. Like the way that they're acting and stuff, they don't seem like they would have. They don't seem this smart, which is what I'm saying. They don't seem like they could afford some of these things, but I'm supposed to believe that they do. I don't know. If you watch the trailer for this movie, it looks way better than it actually is. Um, yeah, I saw this trailer when I was on YouTube yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, this movie doesn't look that bad." It did look a little bit cheesy, but as you're watching it, you're hearing the dialogue, everybody's dialogue, except like I think the dad is like the only one who isn't like being corny, but he's actually a good actor. Um, but yeah, he had some moments though. It was cool to see her fight back and kill everybody, even though the teachers weren't really helping her. One, even the one that did technically help her is she was just going back and grabbing kids. She didn't like help her fight anybody. Oh, it was a thing with a Spanish teacher where Tristan has her take off her clothes and stuff like that. Uh, uh, yeah, that scene. You would think like, oh, this is like uncomfortable and this and that. It was uncomfortable, but it didn't really seem like that serious. Like I don't know, like the vibe wasn't there. Like my aunt said that there's another movie. God, I remembered what she said it was, but there's another like school shooting where it's like, it's very dark and it's taking itself like very serious, like drama and this and that. This is like, you know, like an action movie in some way, like for like teenagers. Even though school shootings are like a real topic, it's not like uh, freaking McLean going through the airport, fighting off bad guys. So the rating for this movie on Rotten Tomatoes, the tomato meter says it's 30%. Yikes! But then the audience score is 92. Also yikes. Because this movie is not a 92. Where we watched it from, it said, I don't know who rated it, but it gave it a 6.5, I think it was, out of 10. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just like I watch a lot of movies and I know, like, you gotta leave, like, some, reality out the door. But this is like this is like a true thing that happens. So it's like when people make movies about 9/11 and like that Remember Me movie with Robert Pattinson. Yeah, I would have to rate this movie maybe a 4.5 out of 10. Um, I would only give it that because it had like the action stuff in there, and it had like this girl, she's actually fighting off and you're using her wit to do it. But other than that, like the characters suck. Even the main character wasn't even at all like entertaining to watch. Luckily, she barely had any dialogue throughout the movie. Like she had it in the beginning, then she had like a little bit in the middle, but it felt like she was saying the same shit over and over again. And then she got mad at her friend for no reason. So yeah, that is my review. I'm gonna have to edit this, but yeah, uh, Run, Hide, Fight, which is a weird title as well. Like, there's no commas or anything. It's just Run, Hide, Fight. Run, Hide, Fight. Run, Hide, Fight. Run, Hide, Fight. um, but yeah, if you guys want to check out this movie, it's out there. I kind of don't recommend you watching this movie, but hey, if you want something to watch at night or during your day, if you're not doing anything, hey, check it out. But don't buy this movie, don't rent this movie, don't do any of that. And yeah, but thank you for watching. My name's Tevin, and I will be back again to give you another review on something else. But until then,